Good day, class. Welcome to our discussion of Module 2 entitled The Self from Sociological Perspective. At the end of this module class, you will be able to identify the sociological perspectives about the self, demonstrate critical and reflective thinking in showing different aspects of the self, examine yourself using private, public, and collective self. Then the last one, integrate some sociological theories on how their personality develop. So let us begin first class with the self as a product of social interaction. So pag sinabi nating sociological, it is more on external. The self is a product of social construct. For example, is our gender. Ayan. So the self is developed only with social experience, wherein language, gestures, and objects ay ginagamit to communicate meaningfully. Like for us, we have the Filipino language, we have the universal language which is English. We communicate with those languages. No? Nang sa ganun magkaintindihan tayo. Nang sa ganun magkaroon tayo ng magandang interaction with other people. So a particular view of oneself is formed sa pamamagitan ng interactions natin with other people, sa ibang grupo or social institutions na kinabibilangan natin, for example. So let us discuss our first sociologist na nandito, si George Mead's social self. So Mead argued that the self is not biological but social. Sabi pa niya, self is something that is developed sa pamamagitan ng social interaction. As we grow, or habang tayo ay nagkakaedad, the self is being developed. Okay? Meron siyang illustration dito. Si Jeannie, a girl who was confined or nag-stay sa isang room until she reached the age of 13. Then she was found when she was already 13 years old. So hindi siya natutong maglakad, hindi siya matutong magsalita. So according to med class, she had no development of the self. Kasi nga hindi natutong maglakad, hindi natutong magsalita. Even though yung kanyang physical body, nag-develop siya normally according to her age, she had not developed herself, no, because of her isolation from the world. Nahiwalay siya sa mundo, sa society. Hindi siya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na makipag-interact sa ibang tao, sa community, sa society. So, therefore, George Mead concluded that the self therefore is constructed by directly engaging in the world. Yung engagement natin sa society, sa mundong ito, through interaction and through reflections on those interactions. So si George Medclass, he proposed the idea that the self develops through social interaction. That social interaction involves the exchange of symbols, in other words, language, okay? And that understanding if symbols involve being able to take the role of another. Diyan papasok yung tinatawag nating role playing. At saka mo lang maiintindihan yung kausap mong tao, for example, if you put yourself into his position. And that's what we call role playing. Okay? So in order for interaction to prosper, each person involved must correctly interpret the meanings of symbols and intentions of others. So sabi dito, it can only succeed by the existence of common symbols, no? But accomplished through the process of role playing. So let us define, ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng role playing? So it says that it is the process in which one takes on the role of another by putting oneself in the position of the person with whom he or she interacts. So, halimbawa, yung kausap mo yung kaibigan mo, for example, may pinagdadaanan siya, then you interact with each other. Then, based on your interaction, habang nag-uusap kayo, nilalagay mo na din yung self mo doon sa position niya. And that's how you can, your interaction will succeed, will be prospered, kumbaga. Kasi you put yourself into his position. Okay? That's what we call role playing. So, sa pamamagitan nito, the individual develops a concept of self. By putting oneself in the position of others, one is able to reflect oneself. Okay? Halimbawa, sa pagiging nanay, tsaka mo lang maintindihan mong pagiging nanay if you put yourself doon sa position ng nanay mo, halimbawa. No? So that is role playing. So the idea of self can only be developed if the individual can get outside in such a way that he or she can become an object to oneself. Okay? So, to accomplish this, one must be conscious. Kailangan maging conscious tayo of ourselves from the standpoint of others. So, therefore, the development of the concept of self lies in the ability, sabi dito, to wear other people's shoes. So for George Mid-Class, siya ay may tinawag na two phases of self, which is the I and me self. Sabi niya, all human experience internal conversation. Kumbaga parang nakikipag-usap tayo sa ating self. No? So for him, self is essentially a social process going on between the I and me. Sa I self, it is the phase of the self that is unsocialized. Ito yung acting part of the self. Ito yung immediate response natin sa ibang tao. It represents the self that is spontaneous, free, and unique. So sa I self, again, it is internal. Subjective ito, class. Subjective element, and the active side of ourself. Okay? Ito yung nagde-decide kung ano yung gagawin natin. Ito yung nagsasabi kung ano yung gagawin natin. So that is the I self. Then sa me self naman, class, it is the self that results from progressive stages of role playing or role taking, and the perspective one assumes to view and analyze one's own behaviors. So this is the organization of the internalized attitude of others. It represents conventional and objective part of the self. Again, ang me self, it is the organized set of attitudes of others which one assumes. Ito yung socialized aspect of the individual. Yung sa I, it is unsocialized. Sa me, it is the socialized aspect of the individual. So ito ay nadidevelop through the knowledge of society and social interactions that the individual has experienced. So for example, minsan may mga bagay tayong gustong gawin, pero it's not the standard of the society. It's not acceptable sa society natin, pero gusto natin siyang gawin. So me is external. So that's the me self. That's the I and me self, or the phases of self according to George Mead. So we also have Charles Horton Cooley's Looking Glass Self. So in this view, class, ang sabi niya, the self is developed as a result of one's perceptions of other people's opinions. So like for example, yung isang teacher, sinabihan niya yung kanyang estudyante na magaling sa art. Then yung estudyante will infer that he or she is artistic, magaling sa art. Then yung confidence ng estudyante, yung kanyang self-confidence, doon na nabuboost yung kanyang confidence, yung kanyang tiwala sa sarili. Kasi nga, yung perception ng kanyang teacher is siya ay artistic. Same is true kung may mga Sinabihan tayo, yung perception ng ibang tao sa atin, sinabihan tayo na magaling tayo or matalino tayo. Same is true, ano? Na ganun din. Kagaya dun sa isang estudyante na sinabihan ng kanyang teacher. So, ang concept naman ng looking glass self, dito tayo nagkakaroon ng idea in how the self develops in relation sa kung ano yung perception ng ibang tao sa atin. And it should serve only as a guide for reflection and should not be taken to end up living in accordance with other people's expectation. So again, class, according to Cooley, the self is built through social interaction which involves three steps. Una, we as human being or the people we imagine how we must appear to others. Then pangalawa, we imagine the judgment in our appearance. Then we develop ourselves through the judgment of other people. Next, we have private self, public self, and collective self. So, sa private self class, it is the cognition that involves yung ating traits, yung ating states, and yung behaviors natin. Ito ay isang assessment of the self by the self. So, for instance, yung statement na I am generous, it signifies your private self. It shows your knowledge of your attributes na nagdi-differentiate sa ibang tao. So that is private self. Next naman is yung public self. Ito naman, it is the cognition concerning the generalized others' view of the self. It corresponds to an assessment of the self by the generalized other. So for instance, class, sa public self, people think I am religious, for example. Kasi nga, people think you are religious kasi in your public self, yun yung ginagawa mo. No? Every Sunday, nasa church ka, wala kang palya sa church. So, yun yung nakikita nila sa'yo. So, people think that you are religious kasi yun yung pinapakita mo. So, that is what we call public self. It is the cognition, okay, concerning the generalized others' view of the self. Next is collective self. This is the cognition concerning a view of the self that is found in memberships in social groups, kagaya ng family, co-workers, we also have tribe, and professional organizations. Okay, so that is collective self. Next is the social identity theory. Social identity is a person's sense of who they are based on their group memberships. Okay, for example, sa atin, we are Filipino. So we have that social identity na distinct from other nationality, na tayo lang yung mayroon. Okay? So, Tajpel proposed that the groups, ito yung mga social class, ito yung family, and even football team, for example, or a basketball team. Ayan. So, they have that sense of who they are based doon sa grupo nila. No? So, which people belong to where an important source of pride and self-esteem. So, like doon sa ating Gilas Pilipinas, they are our source of pride and self-esteem. Diba? So, groups give us a sense of social identity. gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, na tayo mga Pilipino, we have that social identity na distinct sa ibang nationality. It is a sense of belonging to the social world. Next class is the social identity theory stages. The first one is we have social categorization. So we categorize people like black people, white people, student, Australian, Filipino, Christian, Muslims. So yan ang social categorization. The second one is the social identification. So we adapt the identity of the group we have categorized ourselves as belonging to. No? So we adapt yung identity nila. Like for example, you have categorized yourself as a student. Ayan. So the chances are you will adapt the identity of a student. Kung ano yung ginagawa ng student, dahil nga kinategorize mo yung sarili mo as a student, then kung ano yung ginagawa ng isang estudyante, yun din yung ginagawa mo. And the way they act, yun din yung magiging act mo. No? So, they begin to act in the ways you believe students act. So you conform to the norms. Okay? The last but not the least is yung social comparison. So, once we have categorized ourselves bilang part ng isang grupo and have identified with them, then we then tend to compare yung grupo natin sa ibang grupo, yung society natin sa ibang society. So that is social comparison class. With that class, thank you so much and God bless. That ends our discussion for module 2. Thank you and God bless.